Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Centonomy Abundant Living. How else are you applying your skill sets? How else are you utilizing your competencies and your strengths? Is it possible that you're using your skills and your strengths and competencies at your job only, or only in your business, or only at home? Is it possible that you've not thought about how you can apply your amazing skills in other different places? What else and how can you utilize your skills and do more to inspire and transform other people's lives? I'll tell you why I'm talking about this. When Corona struck, so many things happened, and I know there are some things you started to do or even stopped doing. For me and my friend, there's something that we started doing, and that was our podcast. Now, the podcast used to be a dream that I used to have many years ago when I used to want to be on radio as a little girl. And then a couple of years ago, I used to think, you know what, it would be nice to have a podcast. But when the pandemic struck and now we were working from home, I remember calling my friend and coach Lois and asked her, I had a dream. And in my dream, it was you and I behind a microphone, and we were just coaching and having conversations with people. Can we do this together during this time? And she said, wow, that's a beautiful idea. And so we started Googling and researching and seeing how can we do it ourselves. And so we started the journey. And it's been 10 weeks of creating and working and producing very interesting and sometimes not very interesting podcast episodes. The ones that are not interesting, we did not upload. Okay, but when we finished is when we realized, we have been having these skills for quite a while. In this case, they were communication skills, speaking skills, and for me, I just realized that I could do some graphic design a little bit. And so it challenged me when we completed the first season to realize that it's possible that I have been sitting on certain skills and not utilizing them fully, just utilizing them in one space or in one platform or in just one or two aspects of my life. And what that does is it limits your mission. It limits your purpose. It limits the impact that you can have in society. I would like to encourage you to start thinking about what more can your current skills do other than where you are applying them right now. If you're someone who is so good at accounting, or like Steve here, content production, if you're someone who is very good at music or whatever it is that you're good at, sit down and start asking yourself, where else can I use this skill? Who else would need this skill? Why is this important? Because you will realize that there are certain areas that were big opportunities for you that you have not yet tapped. If you've been a housewife, or if you've been someone who's been unemployed for a long time, you're not empty. No, you have skills, you have strengths, you have competencies, you have powers. It's just that maybe you've only been applying them at home. Now, what you need to ask yourself is, where else or how else or for who can I apply these skills? Because there are different platforms out there where you can apply yourself, and they will start opening big opportunities for you that you are not aware about. Ladies and gentlemen, how else and where are you applying your skill set and competencies other than just your job or your business, or where you're focused right now? It's time to expand. Thank you for joining me. Look out for the next episode, subscribe, and also turn on those notifications.